Hot weather is about to hit the state line. Within the next couple days, we can see the 90s for the first time in about a month. That was July 26th that we got all the way up to 95 degrees. By next week, could feel like the middle 90s, if not hotter than that, thanks to a little humidity building on in. Now, leading up to that point, the weekend is going to feel warmer and a little more humid, but we don't feel the whole heat yet. We do have that hot weather moving towards us as we get into the weekend. By the time we get to Monday, that's when those 90s start to spike as that hotter air is fully able to move across the Midwest, and it's right overhead for Tuesday and Wednesday, resulting in possibly the hottest temperatures of next week before we see cooler weather late in the week. So leading up to that point, we'll be in the 60s tonight. So already starting to see some changes, but not dramatic ones. After several nights in a row in the 50s, 62 is in the forecast for tonight. If you're going out to some of the farmers markets tomorrow morning, starting out cool, then back into the 80s as we head closer to the lunch hour. You can see that we'll get a lot of sunshine for yet another day in a row, and then temperatures near 90 into the afternoon. We'll fall just short, though. That'll be the theme of the weekend, is that we do warm up, but not quite to those 90s yet. Slightly humid expected for the start of the weekend, and that's the key going into next week. We really don't get all that muggy, so that'll help hold the heat index down a little, even though temperatures likely to return to the 90s. Keep an eye on the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend, and especially early next week. New from the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Depression 14, now a named storm up at Tropical Storm Marcos. We have Marco and Laura, who may move into the Gulf of Mexico next week at hurricane strength. It'll be the first time on record that we see two hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time, if they line up right. Latest model forecasts have both tropical storms heading into the Gulf of Mexico by Monday. And as we head into Tuesday, you can see Marco heading towards Texas at a tropical storm level. However, may not quite get to Category 1 hurricane strength before making landfall. You can see Laura just getting up there by the time it gets to Tuesday evening. So there's a slight chance, sometimes Tuesday afternoon, that we may have two hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico. It'll be the first time in over 60 years that we had at least two tropical storms make their way into the Gulf at the same time. Expected to see landfall of Laura sometime into the middle of next week. And again, first time in over 60 years that two tropical storms get to the Gulf of Mexico at the same time. So it's rather rare to see two tropical storms like this. And if you're wondering what happens if they collide, really not all that likely based off of the track. The stronger of the storms, though, would rip the other one apart and absorb its energy. So that's what happens if you get two hurricanes that happen to collide with each other. A little closer to home, cold front approaching on Sunday could spark some scattered showers and storms. You can see on future track that Saturday remains dry with showers and storms off to our north, so they hold off for the start of the weekend. We get into Saturday night, that's when we do have a chance for a little activity. You can see future track keeping things pretty dry going into early Sunday morning. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon, we'll have to keep an eye on the approaching cold front, as you can see, may fire up some scattered showers and storms. So something to watch closely into the weekend. Prepare just for a little rain with a lot of dry time in between. And the heat's here, 90s in the forecast, up to 93 starting Tuesday, James.
Alex, thanks.